Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the runner-up and Rookie of the Year balloting Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns as they match up with Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Baker and the Browns getting ready to go on the offensive side of the football here, and they are 1-2 through 3 weeks of the season, which not many people expected. A 20-13 loss in Week 3 to the Rams. And Baker was just 50%, Charles, 18-36, and Aaron Donald was chasing him around the field all night.
You're right. Not many people expected it, especially fans of Cleveland. And then many observers looked at that team and said, they've really grown this roster. But did you not think it a little bit going into the season? What would happen if this team had to deal with like a 1-2, 1-3 start? How would they handle things? We're hearing Baker Mayfield post-game talk about, hey, don't worry about it. Bump in the road. We'll figure it out. Now they have to show the rest of the world because the talent is there. But they had a difficult task dealing with the defending NFC champs, even on their home field.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb.
Let's go deep.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
D Ford, a lightning-quick edge rusher, has made his way from Kansas City to San Francisco, and no one happier than interior defensive lineman DeForest Buckner. That should free him up for more one-on-ones inside, and Ford's speed off the edge will surely make quarterbacks get rid of the ball a whole lot quicker.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. 9 yards that time.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. Mayfield on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Mayfield. Got a man. It's Brown. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
To number 86. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And again, it's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
The Browns send out their punter now. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. We'll get our first peek here at Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers offense, who are 3-0 coming off the Week 3 win over Pittsburgh, 24-20. Now, Garoppolo did have just 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions in that game, but they were able to overcome some early offensive struggles to get the victory.
Yeah, he looks pretty good in the pocket, considering he's coming off of the ACL injury from the season before. At times, he looks like the impressive Jimmy Garoppolo, the San Francisco signed from New England. And I love the way he spread the ball around. 8 different receivers had catches, none of them over 60 yards, but all of them contributing, all of them feeling like they're part of the game plan. How about San Francisco, 3-0, and keeping pace with the Rams in the NFC West?
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. And these are the guys we're about to see down on the turf in just a moment.
Joe Staley, the left tackle, one of the most respected players in the league, as well as one of the most talented.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And here's the starting crew defensively for Cleveland.
When you're the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft of 2017, puts a little extra scrutiny. Defensive end Myles Garrett is certainly used to it. In 2018, came into his own his 2nd year in the league with 13.5 sacks. And really expects to increase that total in years to come.
Here we go.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Richie James. Incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On now is the 27-year-old rookie, Mitch Wisnowski, to punt, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Shrugs him off. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland Browns coming back out here on offense, CD. Time to revisit that 1-2 start that we talked about earlier. It could very easily turn into 1-4. You look at their next 2 games at Baltimore and then on the road for San Francisco. That's not easy.
That is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. Baltimore off to a 2-1 start. You have to chase around Lamar Jackson and that offense, and the always tough Ravens defense will be there ready to play as well. And how about San Francisco? They've really jumped up their game because their defense carried their offense in their last win against Pittsburgh. Overcame 5 turnovers to win that game at home. So things won't be easy. They'll need guys like Myles Garrett to keep putting pressure on opposing quarterbacks, because right now their secondary is really beat up. None of their starters played against the Rams.
180. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T. Let's check. All right, T.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 42-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. CD, let's dive a little deeper into San Francisco's 3-0 start to the season. And we were talking about it earlier, but hey, look, this is a team that could realistically make a push for something special this year. It's the first time they've been 3-0 since 1998.
Gotta love what they've done in putting this team together because they invested a lot of capital with the defensive line. A lot of first-round draft choices there. That's starting to come to fruition for them. Picking up D Ford in the offseason from Kansas City, that doesn't hurt one bit as well. And then on the back end, Richard Sherman at corner provides great leadership. And how about the improvement of Akello Witherspoon? Second-year player. He's really jumped his game up even though he got hurt in this one. This is a team now on defense that can help their offense because the offense turned it over 5 times, and they still won the game.
And coming up, they've got an early open week, and then they'll host Cleveland in Week 5. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 180!
Defense, let's go!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. James has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right here, right here.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. On the crossing route, complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 20-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Too low, tap. Wide, get wide.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Now 3rd and 5.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Begin.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
You. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Mayfield trying to get him up to the line as fast as he can. 3rd and long for Mayfield. He wants it all for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Rashard Higgins, 42 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Well, there was a little extra pressure with that one because it was 3rd down. He didn't care. He snagged it with one hand like it was routine.
The key is to make a play in a tough situation. Doesn't matter how, and in this case, one-handed gets it done. Terrific play for us to watch.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Set up.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Here we go.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check 53, Mike. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Set up.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
Here we go.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
You're not ready.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
1st down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Finding Harris over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. To throw, Mayfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that'll make it 3rd down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
54.
Chubb on the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this one complete on the slant route, and they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. Now Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5, brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
To throw is Garoppolo. James has got it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's put that team on the hook. Switch.
They run again with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Here we go. 180.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They're having issues right now getting that running game going.
I wonder if maybe adopting some of the college run game would help here. Because we're still at that stage where you have a bunch of guys saying, I don't know about what the colleges do. And the college stuff is working in the NFL. Bigger line splits, create some more natural running lanes, might help the offensive linemen get better angles in their blocking schemes.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether there's man, there's zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. He sets to fight, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Complete to Dante Pettis. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 30-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Number 53, Mike 53.
We own it.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They run it again with Chubb. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
The Browns send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
180!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, he'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Now Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. 11 yards there, just like last play.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
The Browns try to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Mayfield to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Set, 180!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Get in the right room. Get in the right room.
On 1st down, Hilliard. And able to work his way down to the 16. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Set, 180! Pick me up. Here we go.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.